Some celebrities walked away from Hollywood fame choosing privacy, family, or a peaceful life instead of cameras, proving success is not always about staying in the spotlight. Let's start. Daniel Day-Lewis was one of Hollywood's most respected actors, known for total dedication to every role he played. From My Left Foot to There Will Be Blood and Lincoln, he won multiple Academy Awards and became a legend of acting. In 2017, he shocked fans by announcing his retirement from acting, saying he no longer wanted to perform in films. His final movie was Phantom Thread, where he delivered another powerful performance. Unlike many stars who return quickly, Daniel Day-Lewis stepped away quietly and chose a private life away from Hollywood fame, making his exit one of the most surprising retirements in movie history. Gene Hackman was one of Hollywood's greatest and most respected actors, famous for his powerful acting style and unforgettable screen presence. He delivered iconic performances in classic films like The French Connection, Superman, Hoosiers, and Unforgiven, earning 2 Academy Awards and worldwide fame. After decades of success, he quietly retired from acting in 2004 following his final movie, Welcome to Mooseport. Instead of chasing more fame, Hackman chose a calm, private life, spending time writing novels and staying far from Hollywood attention. Unlike many stars who return, he never came back, making his retirement one of Hollywood's most complete and surprising exits ever. If you like my videos, if you want to do any work online like product promotion, fashion designing, etc., contact me. My contact number is in the description below. Cameron Diaz was one of Hollywood's most successful and loved actresses, known for her beauty, humor, and strong screen presence. She rose to fame with The Mask and later starred in major hits like There's Something About Mary, Charlie's Angel's Bad Teacher, and the Shrek franchise as the voice of Princess Fiona. At the height of her fame, she stepped away from acting after 2014 to focus on family, personal happiness, and business projects. Cameron later confirmed she had retired and enjoyed living outside the spotlight. Her decision shocked many fans because she left while still highly successful, making it one of Hollywood's most surprising retirements. Jack Gleason became world famous for playing the cruel King Joffrey in Game of Thrones, one of television's most hated and unforgettable villains. His performance was so strong that many viewers confused him with the character, even though he was known as kind and humble in real life. While his career was rising fast, Jack shocked fans by stepping away from Hollywood after the early success of the show. He said acting was no longer enjoyable as a profession and wanted a normal life focused on study and personal interests. Instead of chasing fame and money, he chose privacy and peace. His sudden exit made him one of the most surprising young stars to leave entertainment. Bridget Fonda was once one of Hollywood's most admired and talented actresses, known for her beauty, charm, and powerful screen presence during the 1990s. She starred in successful films like The Godfather Part 3, Single White Female Point of No, Return It Could Happen to You, and Jackie Brown. As part of the legendary Fonda family, many believed she would remain a major Hollywood star for decades, but in the early 2000s, Bridget quietly retired from acting and chose a peaceful, private life centered on family. She stayed away from cameras and never returned, making her exit one of Hollywood's most surprising disappearances from fame. Rick Moranis was one of Hollywood's most popular comedy actors, loved for his innocent humor, unique voice, and unforgettable roles in family entertainment films. He became a major star in the 1980s and early 1990s, with huge hits like Ghostbusters, Spaceballs, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, and The Flintstones. At the peak of his success, Rick Moranis stepped away from Hollywood in the 1990s after the tragic death of his wife. He made the decision to focus completely on raising his children as a single father, choosing family over fame and fortune. Unlike many celebrities, he stayed out of the spotlight for decades, only rarely returning for selective projects. His choice made him one of the most respected and admired actors who left Hollywood at the height of his career. Mara Wilson was one of the most famous child stars of the 1990s, known for her natural performances and emotional acting at a young age. She rose to fame with Mrs. Doubtfire, then starred in Miracle on 34th Street, and became an icon through Matilda, which remains her most remembered role. At the height of her success, she stepped away from Hollywood and stopped acting full-time. She has spoken about the pressure of child stardom and how it changed her view of the industry. Instead of continuing in films, she chose a quieter life focused on writing and creative work. Her early exit from acting made her one of the most well-known former child stars who left Hollywood for a private and peaceful life. Phoebe Cates was one of the most popular young actresses of the 1980s, known for her charm, beauty, and memorable roles in teen and coming-of-age films. She became famous with Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where her iconic scene made her a pop culture star, and later appeared in hit films like Gremlins and Gremlins. To The New Batch, at the peak of her Hollywood career, Phoebe Cates gradually stepped away from acting in the 1990s. She chose to focus on her marriage, family life, and raising her children instead of continuing in films. She later built a quiet life away from the spotlight and never fully returned to acting. Her decision made her one of the most well-known stars who left Hollywood at a young age for a private and family-focused life. Sean Connery was one of Hollywood's greatest stars, best known as the original James Bond in films like Dr. No, Goldfinger, and From Russia with Love. He later proved his range in major hits, such as The Untouchables, which earned him an Academy Award, in Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. After decades of global fame, Sean Connery officially retired from acting in the early 2000s. Following his final film, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, he decided to step away from Hollywood to enjoy a quieter life in the Bahamas and focus on privacy rather than public attention. Unlike many actors, he never returned to the screen after retirement, making his exit one of the most respected and final departures in film history. Greta Garbo was one of the greatest stars of Hollywood's golden age, famous for her beauty mystery and powerful silent and early sound film performances. She rose to fame in classics like Flesh and the Devil, Grand Hotel, and Camille, becoming one of the most admired actresses of her time. At the peak of her career in 1941, Greta Garbo shocked the world by retiring from acting at a young age. She famously said she wanted to be alone and completely stepped away from Hollywood. After her final film, Two-Faced Woman, she never returned to the screen again. She lived a private, quiet life away from fame for the rest of her years, making her retirement one of the most mysterious and legendary exits in Hollywood history. Josh Hartnett was one of Hollywood's rising stars in the late 1990s and early 2000s, known for his intense charm and roles in major films. He gained fame with hits like The Faculty, Pearl Harbor, and Black Hawk Down, quickly becoming a leading man in Hollywood. At the height of his popularity, Josh Hartnett made the surprising decision to step away from big Hollywood fame and avoid major blockbuster roles. He chose to focus on a more private life, selective acting projects, and staying away from constant media attention. Instead of chasing superstar status, he prioritized personal freedom and quieter work-making. His career path, one of Hollywood's more unusual and low-key retreats from mainstream stardom. Alison Lohman was a talented Hollywood actress known for her emotional depth and strong performances in early 2000s films. She gained attention with movies like White Oleander, where her performance was highly praised, and later appeared in films such as Matchstick, Men and Drag Me to Hell. At the peak of her rising career, Alison Lohman gradually stepped away from Hollywood after the late 2000s. She chose to focus on her personal life, marriage, and raising a family instead of continuing in major film roles. Over time, she stopped acting in mainstream movies and moved out of the spotlight. Her quiet exit made her one of the lesser-known but notable actresses who left Hollywood for a private, family-centered life. Ke Huy Quan began his career as a child star in iconic films like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and The Goonies, where he became a beloved face of 1980s adventure cinema. Despite early fame, opportunities became limited as he grew older, and he stepped away from acting for many years. During his break from Hollywood, he worked behind the scenes in film and focused on building a life outside the spotlight. After nearly 2 decades away from major acting roles, Kage Kim made a powerful comeback with Everything Everywhere, all at once earning worldwide praise and winning an Academy Award. His journey is seen as one of Hollywood's most inspiring returns, turning a long break into a story of resilience, patience, and unexpected success. Taylor Lautner became a global teen superstar for playing Jacob Black in The Twilight, especially after the Twilight Saga: New Moon and its sequels, where he became one of Hollywood's most recognizable young actors. At the peak of his fame, he was everywhere in media, red carpets, and blockbuster promotions. After the Twilight franchise ended, Taylor Lautner gradually stepped away from constant Hollywood spotlight and major lead roles. He chose a quieter life, focusing on personal well-being, selective acting projects, and time away from intense fame pressure. Instead of continuing as a non-stop action star, he reduced his public appearances, making his career shift one of the notable fame slowdown. Stories in modern Hollywood.